Homeowners are baffled by a new phenomenon that's destroying vinyl siding and even car parts. So we asked you to tell us what you think is causing things to melt. And we've heard everything from global warming to cheap materials. On your side, consumer advocate Jen Strathman is here with the answer.
Well, this situation is so heated, it's getting the attention of the government. The feds just released this report about what many believe is causing the problem. It's something found on homes, apartments, and office buildings. In neighborhoods across America, there's a strange phenomenon striking homes.
It just is mind-boggling.
Never heard of it before ever until they just pointed it out today.
I just didn't know what it was.
The vinyl siding on Lynn Loudon's home survived 20 years of hail, rain, wind, and sun. So she couldn't figure out why it suddenly started melting.
Thought maybe it was lightning or because I bought a new microwave.
Over time, the melt zone got longer and wider, leaving Lynn to think her house was shifting. But something else was shifting, up above in the sky.
Came out one day and noticed like a spot of light, like yellow light, and it's coming from the window.
Lynn wasn't seeing things, a neighbor saw it too.
It was just a bright circle with an X in it.
Lynn and her neighbor agreed the bullseye of sunlight appeared to be reflecting off the new double-hung windows added next door. They're energy efficient with a low E-glass coating. This means they reflect sunlight in the summer and keep the heat inside during the winter. The National Association of Home Builders says the curvature of the glass in the double-hung windows can create a magnifying glass effect that focuses a light beam at other surfaces that can reach 200 degrees. NAHB says low E-glass windows exacerbate the effect.
The damage is being done to our product, not by our product.
Jerry Huntley is president of the Vinyl Siding Institute. She says anything in the path of this unnatural sunlight will melt.
We've heard reports about paint, trim on houses, car parts, pool covers, anything in the path of this magnifying glass-like effect can be damaged.
We set up an experiment in our parking lot to see how much heat these windows generate. We simply bought a window, directed it toward the sun, and instantly we had that circle with an X. In our informal test, we used 2 thermometers to measure the temperature of the reflected sunlight on vinyl siding. It was 78 degrees outside, but more than 150 degrees in the hot spot. It's so hot, look what it does to this plastic bag in just seconds. In a matter of minutes, it bubbles and splits open.
I have one case where the paint would bubble.
Marco Vogt is a certified home inspector who says he sees heat distortion once a month in Northeast Ohio. He's measured temperatures similar to what we saw with a thermal imaging camera.
The temperature of the non-melted siding is 123 degrees, and the melting siding is about a 170 or 180 degrees.
Vogt says these pictures show the hot spot is where the reflection hits the home. That reflection can hit almost anywhere.
There it is. Wow.
You really need to look all around your house because the reflection changes as the sun moves across the sky. In this case, it's in the middle of my shadow. While experts in the field and trade groups like the National Association of Home Builders say certain windows cause the problem, the Window and Door Manufacturers Association says, quote, there is no definitive cause of the phenomenon. WDMA spokesman told 5 on Your Side that windows are performing the way they're supposed to, and adds that many factors impact the performance of vinyl siding.
Unless the cause is mitigated in some way, this problem won't be solved.
Even the Department of Energy looked at the problem. It just released a report that says all the factors are not known and that more research is needed. So consumers are still left to figure out who's going to pay for the damage.
If we ever wanted to move, we wouldn't be able to sell the house.
The neighbor reported the problem and Anderson replaced the windows in question. Neighbors say that concentrated beam of sunlight is gone, but nothing was done to address the melted siding until my calls to Anderson Windows. Lynn tells me Anderson is paying to replace the siding. You can read the company's full statement on newsnet5.com.
Well, so then if you think you might have this situation, how do you protect your house? You'd have to block this somehow.
Yeah, somehow you have to block this reflection. You can do it a couple ways. You can get awnings and put those over the windows. There's a special screen you can add, or even just shrubs and bushes.
But you need to look for that spot of magnified light, which is with that very clear pattern in it.
Right, and the pattern does change. Like in that one spot we saw it on the driveway, it was just a straight line. But you'll see it. It's to be something very bright.
Okay. Jen, thank you.